grown with us and nourished within our generation. And as it stands now, I will not let it be taken control of by some power-hungry motherfuckers. Fuck so.
How about that foul language on our sponsor loop?
How dare we?
My goodness. Yeah, shut the fucking door. Yeah, I agree with this guy. League of Legends casters for the loss. Alright, we're back, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in again and staying in throughout the break. We're just waiting for a couple more players to join the server for Devastation. It's going to be Devastation versus Cyber Revolution. This is going to be an awesome game. Two of the top teams. Devastation's, I think, favored going into this, but both these teams are 2-0, 2 games into the round play.
Yeah, we've heard a lot about Devastation, and a lot of people expect them to make it to the finals. So
you seem a lot louder than me.
I don't know why. We are on the same headsets, nicely provided by GameCon or Gamecom.
Maybe oh, there we go.
There you go. You just had to put it closer
to my mouth.
So we have had some technical difficulties throughout the day, so if you have any complaints, just go ahead and put it in chat, and we'll take a look, despite the guy that called us out during the last game for not looking immediately. We'll get to it eventually.
Rude.
While we have a minute, we'll go ahead and shout out some of these sponsors. We'll look over at the StarCraft screen. Use
yeah, because we don't know them all.
So give a shout out to ETS. Of course, that's a school that's allowing us to use their facilities and play here. It's a really nice setup, a great campus it looks like, and good things going on. Videotron, Corsair, Asus, Plantronics. We brought it up on our screen now, so go ahead and look here. And of course, we also have sponsors like ESEA, who a lot of you are probably familiar with.
Balls Energy Drinks.
Balls. Providing us with tons
balls.
of drinks. Mad Cats, I guess they provide some sticks and stuff for the fighting game players.
Yeah, that's super cool. I want to go check that out. I actually want to jump in on one of those games and try out the sticks.
And embarrass yourself?
Well, I embarrassed myself enough just streaming.
Yeah, I
might as well go all out. I should have jumped up on stage and done the Gangnam Style dance. That would have been embarrassing.
Yeah.
I would have lost immediately.
No, I don't think anyone lost because there would have been a lot of losers.
Yeah. we're all winners here.
Obviously,
obviously,
if you have the courage to go on the stage, props to you because I wouldn't have.
Who else haven't we plugged yet? More? I don't even know who they are.
There's a lot of sponsors I haven't heard of. I'm assuming they're local
a lot
businesses,
of local businesses and stuff
which is
like
nice
that
for them to get involved.
Very cool.
And to provide something. Cisco, of course, is one of the bigger names,
and one that's not, I guess, an official sponsor that we're with is PlayIGL.com, the International Gaming League. So, another shameless plug as one of our fellow casters laughs at us and calls us out every time.
Go ahead and just run through this. It looks like the game's ready to go knife round, almost.
Yeah, so we'll jump it over to full screen here and hop in. Of course, this is on DE Dust number 2. Of course, what other one would it be? Number 1 is not very good.
Okay.
And we are going to jump into the game right away. Knives at mid, and it looks like, well, of course, right now it's Cyber Revolution on the terror side, but what do you think on DE Dust 2? I personally don't care what side I start on this map. Everyone's played it so many times that they know what to do regardless of what side they start on.
I think it's a map that's going to show us which team can outplay the other team. It's really indicative of personal skill level. I don't think there's a really big advantage. CT, of course, pretty solid, but terrorists could be favored.
Clutch back knife round, and I hear some yelling going on behind us.
They very well could be right back there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so it looks like they actually might be switching sides. I don't know. I drank so much water last game, I already have to use the washroom. This is bad news.
Oh, that's right. You guys call it washrooms up here.
Yes. Sorry, this guy's American. Everyone call him out on chat.
Call me out on
his name
normal.
is NY John.
Call me out on being normal.
Fix your outbind volume. You're
too loud or too low?
I think it's probably too much.
It's crackling.
Let's go in and do it right away before we get started.
Lower the boost.
Yeah, well, a little bit.
Lower the boost. Sorry.
Recording devices.
Thank you for telling us before the game.
Yeah.
It's very kind.
Very kind of you.
That's what we're looking for from you guys.
Yeah.
And, of course.
Okay, we might be too low now, though.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah. All right, let us know. Back to gameplay. We are in round number 1 of game number 3 of LanETS 2013 in Montreal, Quebec. And it's going to be an awesome game all the way through. Both these teams have been hyped up pretty big coming into this. Looks like a couple nades going out mid. The terrorists just delaying a little bit there, working toward that catwalk. Going to try and bounce that flash off the rounded corner there, put it toward that stairwell, and they are going to rush in here. Anyone with a deagle? No, so I still haven't seen a Superman strat so far. But it looks like a couple nades still being bought out. So both maps we've seen aggressive first-round buys. I personally go for the full save. Maybe it's because I'm a bit of a pussy. I don't know.
It very well could be that. It also could just be it's a more traditional approach to go for the full save on the first round usually. However, Go is a more aggressive game, so we do see that playstyle come out pretty often. Now Lacombe goes down as the first blood, so a little slight advantage, but they trade. They end up taking up 2. 2 CTs are dead. The response is pretty equal. Now it's a straight 2 versus 2. on the T's and the CTs. We'll see who can get the better of this exchange.
Yeah, absolutely. So 2-on-2 situation still. Bomb in the hands of Disclosure, and he is inside the site. No, he's working actually back toward B tunnels, trying to wrap around, but there's going to be one right in front of him beside this box. Does he spot him up? Yes, he is wise to it, but Mainline's quickly going to take him down, but coming back into it is Fractured for C-Rev, and he's going to pick up that bomb, but the guy directly in front of him mid, he's smart enough to know that he's going to be rotating. Flashes over top, and Counter Terrorist is going to spot him up. That's unbanned Squatch, pardon me, and does know that he's rotating to A. Does the bomb go back? Does he double rotate? No, he does not. He's got 20 seconds. He's got to get this bomb plant down as banned Sasquatch is right below him. Bomb plant is going to go down. He is going to probably get it off, but he's going to get peeked right away. Shot is missed on the jump shot, but he's got very little health, ET, and he's going to go down very quickly. Unbanned takes the first round for the Counter Terrorist. Great play. A little bit of a sort of a split push, delayed strat, and what do you think? Are they going to be slow this whole game, or are they going to pick it up?
I think they'll probably have to play it slow for a couple rounds now, just because they're falling behind a little bit and losing the first round. You want to go ahead and do those, or? Yeah,
I'm just looking. We did adjust the crosshair to 1 already. Crosshair thickness is 1, so I can't really.
Okay.
I mean, we could make it like the size of the entire screen. But,
so first round goes to CT, and a good start for what's CT is Devastation. So Devastation with different tags going on, trying to throw us off a little bit.
They're loving it.
Yeah, just living it up. And we do see Fracture taking a lot of damage. He actually goes down first, and then immediate response on Unbanned. So Unbanned can't be the hero this time around.
Right.
Nice headshot.
Great shot with that FAMAS was Mainline onto Trick, and that's going to leave a couple of men down here for the Terrorists as Seb's going to drop in the mid to 4-shot. And I do believe I heard exactly 4 shots, so he's living up to his name pretty precisely. As Disclosure, now the only men remaining for the Terrorists, immediately going to go down, and that's going to give a 2-round lead here to the Counter-Terrorist team. Yep. It says the Village people on
Devastation.
top.
That's why it tried to confuse me.
Yeah, they're just
yeah, and that was a partial buy round again. They had a couple shotguns on them and a FAMAS as well. So a nice approach coming out from Devastation. They're looking very solid right now. Of course, both teams are 2-0 in their groups and looking to try and stay undefeated. You don't want to drop a game here, especially being in the same group.
Someone says now there's no sound.
Now there's no sound.
Check and see if we get sound.
He said never mind.
Oh, he said never mind.
He took it back.
Yeah, I was going to say. Okay, so just give a
quick
roster rundown. Lacombe is dead. He's on C-Rev. Seb, Trick, Fractured, and Disclosure are the C-Rev players. And it's Mainline, NME, Cheeks, 4-shot, and Unbanned Squatch for the Devastation team, who are currently winning 2-0 right now. As the bomb is actually down. Lacombe dropped that inside the B site. Pardon me, they plan drop that outside of A, just in the mid, as they are going to be working toward picks at Pit. I think that the Counter-Terrorist player already crossed. No, there he is. Double peek. Banned Sasquatch takes down Trick very easily. Flashes being bounced all over the place here at mid, as Disclosure's going to try and pop out and take down the players in B. He's going to be unable to do so, and that's going to leave them still 2 men down. Sorry, my mic's a little bit close to my mouth there. As Counter-Terrorist still with a huge advantage on this round. Fracture does go back for that bomb, and they are actually going to be rotating it toward that B site. But actually, no, pardon me, Catwalk is the choice. I thought they were going to go all the way around through T spawn, but they do try and work this back to A. There's still 2 guys on long A in front of them, and Mainline already, pardon me, 4-shot already with an op in hand, takes down a great shot on Seb, tries to get the second shot onto Fractured, unable to do so, but he's got all his teammates around. Disclosure's actually going to take down 4 shots, so that op is down, and Mainline's also going to fall to Fractured as we go into a 1-on-3 situation. Fractured is the man on the move, tries to get this bomb down with 3 people around him. He is brave.
He does. He gets
very brave.
But
immediately going to go down.
Work. The advantage he knew it wasn't going to work. He got gold.
That's right. You get the money for the bomb plant. Exactly. You know you're going to lose the round. You're early on. This is the 3rd round. Get it down. Get some money in hand. They're going to be in a position to buy this round. They did have a couple AKs, but that bomb's going to keep them with the economy race all the way through into the mid-rounds.
Yeah, it was what they had to do. And now we're going to get to see Terrorists. It looks like they're actually going to save this round. So, not even buying grenades.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, wait, here come a couple. They're a flash. So they will spend a little bit of money, but they need to try and get back into this. Of course, Terrorists, some people do say this is a T favorite map, right?
Again, I'm of the opinion
I
that
think
it's
50-50. But you still want to take some early rounds as Terrorists. That's obviously going to be a factor as well. If CT's got a lot of momentum, it's going to be very difficult to press. But we haven't seen them really focus towards B yet. Another rush towards A, and they're already dropped down 2 players,
Yeah, absolutely. So far this match not living up to his name. Oh, great shots there by Sasquatch, as someone in chat asks me to call him. And that's going to leave Disclosure as the only men remaining for the Terrorists. Running, fleeing, get on your heels and go, Usain Bolt. You've got the bomb, but I don't think you're going to get that down anywhere as you're being cornered inside those double doors at long A. Yeah. 2 men in front, 2 men behind. Catch me if you can. I'm pretty sure this is going to end only one way. As he peeks out, gets blinded shots coming in, and a great shot by 4-shot again, picking up that op from the last round. I think his teammate actually saved it for him, and that's going to make it 4-0 already for Devastation.
And Devastation, we mentioned in the pregame that this is a team some people expect to go to the finals. So not too surprising that they're going to come out and show a little bit of flair and show a little bit of strength against one of the other high-profile teams here at the event. But in the same regard, C-Rev is undefeated coming in. And Devastation did struggle in their last matchup. They won 16-13. So not the best result. Of course, a win's a win. But still, it showed that they're vulnerable at the very least. And we haven't seen any of that vulnerability quite yet here in this game.
Yeah, a couple pick shots coming out there from Fractured toward 4-shot in mid, shooting through some smoke now. 3 men from the terrace have gone toward B, and 2 men are strangling behind here, and that's going to leave them pretty bottlenecked inside the B tunnels here. Bombs in the hands of Seb. They are slowly working out those doors now. Actually, he's just sitting back behind the pillars. A couple smokes went out, a couple flashes, but there are 2 counter-terrors directly in front of him, and a 3rd one rotating as the calls have come in that there are players in tunnels, and there's still 5 men remaining on both sides, but the terrorists are very, very, very well locked down inside those tunnels. Just press shift really quickly. Look at the overlay of the map. You see 3 terrorists inside that site, 2 in tunnels, and the other counter-terrorists actually working toward mid. They could converge on top of the counter-terrorists inside the site as Disclosure actually gets blinded up at mid, and they are going to do exactly that. 3 double doors picking off 1 at window is Lacombe. That's 4-shot going down. He has the op. Cheeks and NME are going to take down Seb and Lacombe, though, coming out of tunnels, leaving on a 3-on-3 situation with bomb down. As Mainline turns around, Fractured missed that op shot,
wow,
and he quickly turned around, got a second chance to take him out. Does so. Gonna miss the AK shots toward that window though, and that means Unbanned Sasquatch is gonna come into Trick as Disclosure responds, and we are in a one-on-one situation. Cheeks has the health advantage, but the bomb is in the hands of Disclosure, and he is working back toward that B site, just pressing shift quickly. Cheeks is working toward those double doors.
Yeah, and that was a whole lot of misses there. I mean, Mainline should have been dead. He shouldn't have been a factor, but now he was able to turn around and get a lot of damage on there as well.
Disclosure's making a ton of noise, but he's only got 6 seconds to get this bomb down. I don't know if he got it off right about on time. Okay, he did. I wasn't sure if he got that off in time or not, as that's going to give him a bit of an advantage. Spots him up at double doors, pops out a little bit aggressively, and gets the kill with 2 HP remaining, and picks up the op for his teammates. Great round by Disclosure, gets them on the board. 4-1, they're in the game.
You said it best. That was an aggressive look from him to pop out there. He definitely could have pigeonholed himself, get picked off, but instead he converts, gets the kill. He's a hero, and that's the first round for Terrorists. So now they're going to be on full buy once again. You can see the AKs coming out as well as the op that Lacombe was able to grab from one of his teammates, I believe.
Yeah, I believe his teammate actually was 4-shot that dropped that, so he actually grabbed that from the counter-terrorist. So they didn't even lose money buying that in the previous round. Right now, Cheeks is already low on HP. Where's he playing? He's in the B site, as it looks like the counter-terrorist, or pardon me, the terrorist threw out a couple grenades there onto him. But they are backing off a little bit. Where's the bomb? It's a planned drop, and it looks like it's going to be just outside that A tunnel area. Pardon me, that long A
Cheeks
area.
taking a lot of damage. He's already down to 24 health.
Yeah, I know. Well, they threw a couple nades through tunnels, and I think he was trying to be aggressive on the picks, and it didn't quite work out for him. Flash is now coming out. Terrace working back around toward that B site, and we're just going to swap over. 4-shot still in mid. Not sure if he has another op or not. Yes, he does. So he's going to work toward those back boxes in the B site, peek toward that B tunnel area. Of course, very hard for the the terrorists to get out there unless they have a very coordinated rush.
And we see a trade.
We do see a trade.
Disclosure for Mainline. But Cheeks is already, handicapped so hard he's down to 24 health. They might try and bait him here. Trick goes down to 37, so he's taking a good amount of damage as well.
And great call by the counter-terrorists. The terrorists started to work toward B. They realized they couldn't get in there, quickly shifted back through mid to catwalk, and the counter-terrorists were wise to it. They do get the bomb down, but the counter-terrorists are already in a great position to come back around and retake the site as an enemy takes down Trick very easily. 4-shot with a great op shot into Seb, and that's going to leave only 2 men remaining right now. As Lacombe also going to drop, and C-Rev... Fractured also going to be dropping down there by Sasquatch. So great play by him. Just quickly looking at the scores, it's going to be Sasquatch leading the way with 9 frags for the Devastation team and 7 kills for Disclosure on C-Rev.
Yeah, and there's still enough money on the terrorist side so they can buy this round if they'd like to. It looks like they might save, though.
I had a bomb.
So we'll see if they actually want to buy or they want to save for one more round and go full guns. But terrorists, the one round they won, they had a really nice spread going on coming in there. They were pinching B from both sides, not only from the alleyway, but also from the tunnels.
3-2 split on B works extremely well if you can get past through the op. Exactly. If you get the counter-terrorists, smoked out, don't give them line of sight through CT spawn, get to mid fast enough that the op shot hasn't made the call.
And you have to control catwalk too, and they did it.
Oh, they tried to do it again right now.
This is just a full-on.
Oh, team ace right there for Devastation, and that is devastating for C-Rev. They tried to do that exact trap we were just talking about. Yeah, cheeky.
Yeah, that was it's a good trap, but that's an all-in with no guns, so they're just going with pistols, and it's a blind rush. That's what you expect to happen, really. You need a miracle to just plow through them. And here we go. It's going to be a full buy round. So we're going to see the ops out, and this is going to be probably an A catwalk split. Maybe they're focused a little bit. Maybe split one off the B.
Actually, it looks like they're going to go pick mids. 2-2 split. Bombs drop down outside that long A area. So they're just trying to work the sites, get a couple picks, and see if they can take any spots here. As LaCoon works back toward mid right now with that op in hand. He's speaking toward the double doors, but they are smoked out. He's not going to get much line of sight at all. Meanwhile, Trick getting aggressive on long A. He's going to be pushed back a little bit as there are 2 players there for C-Rev just holding, pardon me, for Devastation holding down that that part of the map. And look at this. So far, look at the health differences right now. No one on the counter terrace has been touched, and 3 players are significantly damaged on the terrace team as they continue to work slowly toward the sites. Exchanges going on toward mid. Fractured was blinded up. He does have that op, so 2 ops in the hand right now of the terrace team. 2 players dropping, 3 now at long A as counter terrace pushing out, getting aggressive mainline now, trying to get a shot into, I believe that's Fractured, and he does actually throw a smoke nade over top. He's got only 11 HP remaining, and this looks like another handy round toward the counter terrace.
Yeah, and that's the problem if you slow play constantly, is that you put yourself in a position where you can take pot shots when you try to poke out a little bit, and that's what happened that round. Once you poke out 3 players that got below half health, and it really put them in a handicap position where it was tough for them to rebound, and a solid round from the counter terrace. They didn't really budge anywhere.
Yeah. Just reading chat, I did see that someone turned off X-Ray. I personally like to cast without it on. And someone said it, and thank you for saying that, it does take away the element of surprise. If they're coming around a corner and you already know what's going to happen, what's the point on me being here to tell you, or what's the point in the suspense? So I personally like it off. I think we're going to leave it off. But right back into gameplay here. Bomb in the hands of Disclosure. They're working quickly toward B this time. Lots of flashes out. They are on a save round, and oh my goodness gracious, devastation as Cheeks and 4-Shot get double kills. Enemy comes in with a 5th one, and that's a huge team ace on the B site.
Yeah, that was a really impressive play overall. I mean, really solid from Devastation. They're owning up to that expectation coming out from them right now, and we've just been notified that we're actually on the screen here at ETS, so everyone in the ballroom area, in the main stage area, is going to be able to see and actually get a view on these 2 teams.
We're going viral, John.
Yeah?
This shit is the real deal. Pardon my language.
4-Shot.
Sorry, sponsors.
4-Shot takes a lot of damage there, already down to 20.
Absolutely, and look at this, the terrorists already bottleneck back inside that
mainline's
tunnels.
Dead.
Yeah, mainline's going to go down. That's going to give them a bit of an advantage, but they've got to push into this site faster than they are before the rotations come around for the CTs
Trick's
right
trapping
now.
Quick.
Yeah, just going to quickly press away. Sasquatch and Fractured are into battle as Trick's pushing away on him. Looks like actually Disclosure's working back toward that catwalk area with the bomb, so they might try and rotate back to A as they've got a little bit of control on long A as 4 men continue to remain for the counter-terrorist team, so the picks have slowed down a little bit. And the terrorists seem to be indecisive lately, in my opinion.
Yeah, they've been really slow playing constantly. It's easier to adjust to, and there's a nice kill, and now it's 4 versus 2. They're really power position. They can't throw this, though. Go for the safe plant and just try and take the round, because this will be the 2nd round. And being able to sustain some money here is going to be very important moving forward. You don't want to drop down a couple more rounds, because then you're looking 10-5 on T side, which isn't where you want to be moving into the 2nd set.
Yeah, and just to press tab, and speaking of money, 4-Shot's already got 10K in the bank. He doesn't even need to save this op. I think he will. He's going to play smart. The round's pretty much lost.
The round's
He's got
over.
20 HP, but they've got so much money right now that you're right. The terrorists really, really need to bank up some rounds.
And
here.
the terrorists can't press it.
8-1.
They should just save their guns. They shouldn't go for any kills here.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's exactly what they're going to do here. Where's the 2nd player for the terrorists? 4-Shot and Sasquatch. They're both toward mid and CT spawn respectively.
It's a pacifist affair. Everyone's just going to back off and let it happen.
Yeah, and there you go. So terrorists getting their 2nd round on the board. Let's talk numbers here. Again, we're going to 15 rounds at half. Obviously, their half's already won. The CTs have reached the majority rounds at 8. What does the T's need to salvage to be in this in the 2nd half?
They need 5. I think that's the number they're looking for, really, because they started off very slow. They had 2 rounds where they looked better than the CTs, but that's it. The CTs look infinitely better, and all the other 8 rounds weren't even close. Let's face facts. The T's had 2 brilliant rounds, and they need to find more of that. They keep playing very slow, though, so the CTs are really getting in position and preparing for them effectively.
Absolutely, and Fracture was able to call. The 2 men went B for the CTs there. He tried to pick up mid,
Disclosure
but
early.
Disclosure's down already, and Trick's low on health as Sasquatch playing inside that pit. He's going to get flashed up, and he immediately turns away from it. Wise play there, as you saw that out of the corner of his eye, and that's going to leave him in a position to continue holding back on this A site, as looks like the terrorist now rotating back toward B. Seb working out, but he's going to get flashed up. He turned, he's not blinded completely. He is going to be able to pop out. Does get a shot. No, Cheeks immediately going to come back at him. Cheeks, a 2nd kill onto Lacoum, and that's going to leave the terrorist in an awkward situation, as they do try and rotate catwalk. The counter-terrorists have rotated. No, they heard them on catwalk. They're coming back out from underneath the CT spawn here, as mainline is wise to their decision, and he's going to pop up. Fractured now, the only one remaining. His Trick goes down to Sasquatch, and he does hear him directly in front of him. What is the call going to be from Fractured? He is Oh, with only the Glock in hand.
Oh.
And pardon me, he has the op, and he is going to get out. That's unfortunate.
That's a huge loss
He
for
wasn't
them.
really in a good position to save. He was kind of trapped in on the catwalk there, but that would have been a good time. Save the gun. We talked about money.
And that's a round where you thought they could have went long A, maybe had some success there, try and poke a little bit, get a couple players out of place. But instead, once again, they're taking it very slow, stagnant. Their offense isn't looking too solid. And now it's a really strong position for Devastation, sitting on 9 wins already. They're going to be looking at maybe 11 the way it's going in terms of buys and such.
Yeah,
this is pretty much an all-in from C-Rev buying this round. You can see AKs on all of them.
Yeah, they
did.
This is
pivotal.
Yeah, they did definitely buy out here with the AKs. I was going to mention that. Not a lot of grenades, a couple flashes, and that's about it. Again, keeping it tight in the economy. Right now, they're already getting swamped here at long A. And one of the players saying he was blind, making some excuses perhaps. No, I'm just kidding. But they're definitely getting upset in their comms, as naturally you would when you're down 9-2 in the first half. Mainline's going to pop out, finish off Trick, leaving only Disclosure remaining now for the Terrace. He's at mid, but he's got one directly in front of him. Takes a couple shots with that AK. He's going to have to fall back. And I hate to say it, but this map is getting, or this match is getting further and further out of hand.
Yeah, and if we take a look at the score sheet, it shows us that really strong play from Sasquatch thus far.
Yeah, and there's still a chance that C-Rev, if they win their 2 remaining games of 5 in the group play, can still advance to the bracket finals, or the double elimination finals. But
they're still in it, but it's not looking good if you can't beat Devastation right now, or at least put up a fight.
Yeah.
Because we mentioned Devastation had a close game last round, so that's props to whoever played them that time. And C-Rev are just, it's a struggle right now.
Yeah, and look at that, they're going to have to save again.
Yeah, this is it. It's a double save essentially.
Economic meltdown. Remember when Greece fell apart? That's kind of what this is like. The Iceland banks going bust. My goodness. Right now, they're going to actually just go for that rush strat up mid. Actually, 3-2 split on A. A couple are going toward B site, or the B tunnels. They're not sticking together. They keep trying this split push for picks, and it's not going to work on a save round.
They actually get a nice kill there. It's actually 3-on-3, and they're going to pick him off.
Wow.
3-on-2.
This is my point, though.
Wow, Devastation's going to be frustrated if they lose this round. This is bad.
Those 3 rushed together, and they made it work. I think we need to see more teamwork from C-Rev
like
that.
I
Hold
agree.
hands.
I agree. Rush a little bit.
5-man Dota.
5-man Dota. The only way to win Counter-Strike is 5-man Dota.
Absolutely, and the bomb is down. Enemy is in a clutch situation with that M4, but Trix picked up the op, and now Lacombe's picked up an AK, so they have done well.
There it goes.
And Trix gets the op shot, 10-3. We talked about, you said 5 rounds might keep
5
them in
is their necessary
number.
number.
2 more, and we're 2 rounds from half. They've got to win these both.
That was huge, too, because they picked up so many guns. Trick picked up the op. Lacombe picked up an op as well, I believe. So now they're sitting in a much better position. They need to try and keep being aggressive, though. I mean, they're giving the CTs a lot of time to do whatever they want, and the CTs dropping that round. I mean, that was really tough for them.
Trick dropped the op to a teammate, but he threw it further away from anyone. I'm surprised he didn't throw it toward them so they could get some picks on mid.
And here we go, another aggressive A-look.
Yeah, Fracture's actually still working toward mid, trying to get some shots. Picks blinded up, sees one in the pit. I believe that's mainline. That's typically where he's been playing. He's going to smoke out, try and get a nade over top as his team falls back. He's pretty much got to get out of there. Oh, mainline, great shot through the smoke there, and that's going to put the T's in a very, very awkward situation as they continue to rotate back toward that catwalk. And again, they're spread out. 1 at catwalk, 1 at B tunnels, and the second one finally coming around to support 7 at B tunnels is Lacombe. He's got that op in hand as Disclosure goes down. So now we're in a 2-on-5 situation. Hate to say it, I think this round's pretty much over as enemy up high on the boxes with that boost from his teammate, waiting for them to just pounce out at the wrong time. But they are going to rotate back toward lower tunnels. Spot one up at mid, get a kill. Seb onto 4-shot, and that's down to 3 men remaining now for the counter terrace. As we do see Seb finally fall down at mid. Mainline absolutely dominant so far. What's he got? He's only got 9 kills. He seems like he's had more of a presence than that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't know. This round is actually, Lacombe's making it interesting at the very least.
Yeah, absolutely. Lacombe does get in the side. Oh, he gets a great nade on the side. Manages to get a kill. He's got a huge health advantage here as Mainline only with 20 health, but he's got to be smart. Where's Mainline coming from? He is coming from those B tunnels, and it looks like Lacombe's actually just going to say to heck with that. I'm rushing this to A. It might have been better to wait that one out, buddy, as Mainline still thinks he's in B, so he's going to get away with this, but he's only got 15 seconds. He's going to get this down for sure.
Yeah, this is going to be a nice plan for them.
And
it's a good rotation. It's a really smart play.
It is a rotation because now he's got so much time to set up his position.
And you know exactly where he's coming from.
Yeah, and if his teammates are smart, they're using the commander console, they're telling how much damage they've done to mainline, they can do the math in their head. These guys aren't stupid. They know that he's got very limited health. And there's the blind coming in, and Lacombe with the... What a great clutch back. They were down at 2-on-4 at one point. Great win. And that's going to keep them in. You said 5 rounds. This could keep them in it.
You say Lacombe, I say Lacombe. I don't even know how to pronounce half the names, but that was all on him. That was his win.
All right, so here
And
it is
a
again. That off going to go down in the mid. Lakoum just throwing that toward nobody. Actually, he's going to elect to go back and try and get
Little
quick
peek.
picks. See if he spots it. He does spot
Too
one
high.
up going toward B, but yeah, misses that shot a little bit high as the Terrace team looks to work again this split push strat. And I'm not a huge fan of it. I'm not sold
They're
on
really
it.
sticking to their guns. You got to give them some credit for that, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very adamant about this strategy.
Yeah. Well, and it is a common strategy.
Yeah,
You
it's a
see,
common strategy.
Pick one off at a site. Okay, now we're advantaged here. Let's rush it. But it hasn't been working, and you need to adjust. And I haven't seen that adaptation from these teams so far this match.
I think when you split off the two and you have one go long A and one go B, you want to keep the three together, which they haven't done throughout the entirety of the match. You want to have a core somewhere that's rolling around as a group, and they occasionally are just losing one, having more split off, which is not going to work as well.
That's right. Slow round so far. Those no frags and not a lot of health coming out on both sides, but it is going to be engagements all around at long A as Trick is blinded up. Mainline's got to be in that pit. There he is, popping
Nice
a note.
shot.
Sasquatch this time. Great shot on Trick. Trick's been sitting in that corner a lot, and that's going to leave him in an awkward. I mean, he's predictable. He's very predictable in that corner. And the Terrace now down a man as a result, as the bomb is still in B tunnels. They're trying to get that rotate, but he's making a ton of noise. And the man sitting on top of the boxes is definitely going to know he's there as they try and do that 3-2 converge strat onto that bomb site that they did in the first round that they took. But they aren't able to do so, and Mainline finishes it off 11-4 at half, and the good halves come out.
Okay, 11-4 at half, a really solid half from Devastation. Let's go ahead and turn off the in-game mics.
Yeah, do you want to go do that right now?
Let's do that while we have a minute. And
Yeah,
also,
I don't even remember how to do that, to be honest.
I don't know.
Audio.
It's probably under audio.
No, I think it's... Man, I
Game
haven't done it in
settings?
so long. No, it's got to be under audio. I didn't use my key.
Well, maybe we'll forget about it because the game
Yeah, I
has
forget it.
started.
I'm
So
too lazy to
we're in the
figure it out
pistol
again.
round, second time
Forever
around,
since I've done
and
I could mute
C-Rev
all.
have-
I could CL
Yeah.
command, but I'm not going to bother.
Zero had a long way to go to try and come back into this game, so it's got to start right now.
Absolutely, and they've got to win this pistol round right now. It looks like, actually, we talked about that split strat, but it looks like actually Devastation's doing the exact same thing, trying to win the site, but they push them back into A. C-Rev playing a little bit scared as they fall back into the CT spawn. That's going to allow them to get the bomb
Nice
up toward
shot.
that site. Great shot indeed. Mainline, though, has the bomb toward the B site, so they're trying to work themselves into rotations, but some engagement coming out on this side of the map, and that's going to give them an indication that there are still players in B tunnels, and that's going to disallow that rotation strat that they were hoping for. 3-on-3 situation. Mainline finally bringing that bomb in toward the B site. Looks quickly into Closet. They spot another one up at the back of the site. They are going to take down Fracture, and they should be able to get a quick bomb plant here. As Cheeks inside. No, Lacombe with a great shot onto Mainline. Drops the bomb on the site. Cheeks is now going to have to come back into him. 2-on-2. Seb and Lacombe, though, very low on health, and they're both in that mid, directly outside the double doors. Seb working, a gun pickup. He's going to know he's directly at window. Let's see if he goes down rear window. Great shot by enemy. And they're 2-on-1. It is a gank, and he is down and out just like that.
But once again, Lacombe is the only one making big plays for C-Rev, and they need someone else to step up because he can't do it all by himself right now. And of course, his score shows you 12 kills, but 13 deaths because the rounds haven't gone their way.
Absolutely.
But still, he's leagues beyond the rest of his team.
But I mean, and not to call anyone out, it's been a rough match for them. But Seb, 4-15, not really stepping up.
Yeah.
Trick, same thing. And I talked about Trick's predictability. Look at Cheeks, Devastation just being arrogant now. Picking with a Bison of all guns through middle.
He knows it's no buy.
Yeah,
wow.
and meanwhile, at the B
they didn't need him.
They dominate with the Bisons. It's a just quick, SMG rush.
Yeah.
I got distracted by how funny it was that he
was
picking mid, and we missed
very
a bit of the kills there, but it was clearly a domination
confident,
round.
I'll say.
I will say, actually, well, given where the engagement was inside the tunnel, C-Rev got very, very aggressive as well.
Yeah, well, it's a pistol round, so they were trying to rush a little bit and poke their heads in, maybe get a pick off. They couldn't do so, and that's unfortunate for them because now 13-4, we're getting close to the end.
And they're going straight for that hard B strat again. Nades coming out. Bison still in hand. They don't bother buying new guns if they've still got the SMGs. No one going to be in Closet when he tries to peek him up, and I believe that's Seb falling back out of the sight. He is a little bit blind. He tries to go back in through the window. Enemy in a position to take him down as he already falls. Lacombe, that it was, pardon me, to 4-shot, and they'll easily get this bomb down as Cheeks with 2 HP, but not to worry as there's only 3 counter-terrorists remaining. Fracture coming out. Wow, they pick off one in spawn, and that was, in fact, Cheeks, who did only have that 2 HP remaining, but now there's only, again, 2 players, pardon me, Disclosure and Fractured remaining for the CTs.
And thank you for the people talking back to us in chat. We'll get to that in a moment, but there's the kill on Disclosure. He goes down and Fracture's in a lot of trouble. He's going to drop as well. Oh, Fracture actually still sitting at 2 HP. He's just barely alive. It looks like he's dead on the score sheet, but not quite yet. But then in comes Sasquatch, and he'll actually get that kill.
That's right.
So
and 14-4.
14-4.
They got 2 rounds to GG. It looks like Devastation. Given, I mean, I don't know all the teams here. It is an open land. There's some teams that are thrown together as pubs and whatnot. But given that C-Rev was a mentioned name coming into this a little bit, I think it just says how strong Devastation is.
Yeah, and definitely want to see them outside of group play when we progress there. See how they match up against some of the other known teams.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I mean, based on what we've seen so far, they look like the best team we've seen today. I could say that pretty definitively.
Yeah, oh, by far. I mean, we haven't seen too many teams yet. There might be someone else in the pack. I think Dynamics here.
It's true.
They won it last year.
It's not the biggest compliment.
Came second last year. There are some teams that could give them a potential challenge, but they are looking
that's why I'm excited for
right now.
Seeing them once group play ends, see really what they can match up against these other teams. Because these are the top two in the group, so looks like Devastation may run away with the group if they take this result this decisively. Yeah,
and C-Rev's already got a kill into enemy, and that's going to drop him down, but they're very low in health. As shots coming in through the middle right now, Lacombe's going to be with that op in hand, only 34 health, trying to turn around and get away, but it was clearly a bouncing smoke grenade. Shot through smoke onto mainline. What a frag!
Yeah,
fantastic.
Showing off there, and all of a sudden the style's showing up. I didn't even know where it came from.
Yeah, really. You're right, though. Lacombe stepping up.
Yeah.
Only two players remaining now for the Terrace, and it looks like it's going to be 4-Shot and Cheeks as they are in toward that A site. Where's the bomb? In the hands of Cheeks. Let's see exactly what he's going to do. They are going to work toward that bomb site, try and get the plant. This round could go toward the counter Terrace, but again, too little too late in my opinion.
Well, they need to get their hard hat and take their lunch pail and go to work, and they really want to try and bring this back, but that's a steep slope to climb.
Yeah, a slippery slope. Very slippery slope.
And even now, Cheeks getting the plant off. 4 versus 2. It's a good play from Cheeks.
Now he's in a 1-on-4 situation. Can he go clutch back?
Nope.
No.
Nice shot.
Going to come in, pick off the round. No kits in hand, but they'll get this easily diffused. And that'll give them another round, so 5. A little bit of dignity being saved.
Yeah, and this is all Lacombe still. We see a couple players catching close up, but he is just the heart and soul of C-Rev right now.
Yeah,
he's not giving up, and props to him for doing so. I mean, at this stage of the game, you see the round lead, you could easily just fold it.
Yeah, full buys coming out on both teams here. They both got enough money in the bank, and that's going to leave it. I pressed tab there quickly. I lost track of economy for the Terrace team. I was hoping that they, of course, that was the first round the counter Terrace won, so I shouldn't have been surprised this half. But I was kind of hoping they might have a save to let them get another round here. A couple shots coming in through mid, 2 wall bangs that don't take the kills. 4-Shot and Fracture taking shots onto each other. Mainline's now working toward the bottom B tunnels with that bomb in hand as they are going to try and rotate it toward that A site. As Disclosure still firing nades off in the B. Unfortunately, there's no Pokemon in there to catch with that Pokeball as Seb just being a little bit passive on that A site. Where are the terrorists right now? C-Rev trying desperately to find them as they just sit back in toward that spawn in mid-area. 4-Shot now coming around from that B tunnels with that op in hand, trying to get a pick into B. Does spot up Fracture, but Fracture beats him to the shot. Great play by Fracture to take him down. And look at this, C-Rev, another leading round here. Commentator's curse. I say that they drop down 3 on 3
you heard him a little bit. And there we go. Nice go from Mainline.
Back into Lacombe. Mainline's been clutch when he needs to be. Turns around, spots another one behind him. And Trick goes down.
Trick got a chance at the shot. He couldn't get it, though.
Seb, the only one remaining. Does he save? Do I stay or do I go now? Seb's going to have to go right up mid.
I'm not even sure if you could save right now, but I guess that's the best option to keep the AK, but either way, he's dead.
Yeah, absolutely. So Terrace, 1 round from the GG.
Okay. So shout out to everyone that's watching. We're at ETS, of course. I'm Emma John, and the play-by-play caster next to me is Sadokist. And we are watching Devastation, a.k.a. the Village People, versus C-Rev, or Cyber Revolution. And Cyber Revolution are, getting beat right now.
Yeah, to put it kindly.
Yeah.
And Hugo, I'll probably lose my voice in like an hour, to be completely honest with you. It happens every friggin' land. Right now, a couple op shots going out toward mid. Fractured is down on health as he did get picked off through that wall, that door once again. Enemy working toward the site. Hard push onto A. It looks like actually favoring Catwalk, but they're all going to get blinded by that flash. Great flash there, whoever threw that. As Lacombe now working around behind him. He's in a bad spot to be reloading, though. Tries to go for that strafing, awkward move. Gets a reverse shot into enemy. Baiting his teammate a little bit there, but it was a nice shot. But he's very low on health, and there's 3 terrorists remaining. Seb with a great shot into Cheeks. That's going to bring the round a little bit closer to them as he tries to come back toward that A site. They've got to defuse this bomb, though, as it is down. And it looks like, another blind in here. Sasquatch not going to be able to see through that as Mainline actually came in and took out Lacombe. So now that was countered by Mainline as Seb, the only one remaining, picks off 1 onto Sasquatch, and Seb going to be trying to work up toward this bomb site, pushing him back down Cap, but the bomb's in a position where he can't really get
nice shot. Wow.
That was a
Seb just
shot,
carried
does he have the bomb? He does.
Yeah, he has it. That
Beautiful
was
shot. Beautiful shot.
amazing shot.
I might even say play of the game, despite that they're losing.
That shot was the best shot we've seen this game.
Yeah, and we hear the
You
match
could
point
definitely
and,
say that.
overlay come up once again in that beautiful noise. I don't know what we want to call that. As it's been GG, we've been at match point for the last 3 rounds though, and so far the village people have not been able to burn down the village. So
It's true. Still, Devastation, pretty comfortable. I'd say no one's really sweating over there in their camp quite yet. Of course, counter-terrorist C-Rev got a long way to go. It's a start, so.
it is a start. I don't see it being a finish. Though.
Nope.
It's a start.
And we're very negative
Half
right
the battle
now,
is
but
beginning. Lakoum again being clutch, coming into those bottom B tunnels, picks off enemy very easily, and that's going to let his team know that they are all in B tunnels. They need to rotate quickly as we do quick. Trick actually going to go for that wraparound into where those C tunnels from mid, and that might be a smart play. As if they continue to be slow getting out of these tunnels, he's going to be in a perfect position to get behind the flank. As look at that, great shots coming in now from Fractured, takes down 3 of them. Pardon me, 1 of them in that tunnel. I thought he as Seb coming back into 4-shot, and once again, C-Rev in a great position for this round. They're playing much better now. Where did this come from?
I don't know if it's C-Rev playing better or perhaps Devastation be a little bit more sloppy.
Perhaps.
It could be a mixture of both.
Mainline and Cheeks do turn things around a little bit, but now Cheeks is going to drop, and Mainline the only one remaining. He's got 24 health. I imagine he's very quickly going to be taken down as 2 counter-terrorists are rotating through below him. Oh, pardon me, Cheeks is still alive. He's got 4 HP. That overlay catching me out again.
I know, it's just destroying us.
Yeah.
They get the plant off, so once
Good
again,
flashes.
pull in some gold at the very least.
He's going to find no one in front of him, though. They're both below him. He's peeking away from his teammate. He's not going to be in a position to support him. He's got to rotate back. He's still looking for that person in the smoke. There's no one there. His teammate manages to stay alive with only that 4 HP. Great counter shot onto Disclosure, but he's still looking toward that catwalk. They've got to count the footsteps. How many people do you hear? Another great flash coming out onto Trick. Trick running across that ledge, gets in behind. Seb. Oh, Cheeks came back in. His mainline went down to counter out his teammate, but Trick is going to get the kill and the defuse. 15-7. They're salvaging a little bit of pride here.
Yeah, really nice rounds from C-Rev. We'll see if maybe here Devastation slows it down a little bit, tries to play more methodically. They've been a little bit erratic. They're losing early picks, and that was something they didn't do while they took their big lead.
Yeah.
So expect to see them maybe play a little bit more conservatively. Just close it. There's no reason to extend it if you're Devastation.
That's right.
If you're C-Rev, you're doing the right things. Just keep doing what you're doing.
That's right.
And you just got to hope it just goes your way. The shots have to really land for you.
I've seen stranger things happen. I've
It's
seen
true.
bigger
This
comebacks
comeback
than
has
this.
happened.
Yeah, I've seen 15-0 coming back, mind you. Not to say much about the gameplay, but I have seen it happen, so it's entirely possible. And once again, Devastation at this point, they lost a couple rounds they could afford to. At this point, they've got to say, okay, guys, win the game. We got to win.
Yeah.
And they are on a save round this round as well.
Yeah, so
they
next
lost
round's
the
probably going to
economy
be
that they
there.
had. Oh, what a
go.
close-up shot by Lakoum. And look at this. He's got the 20 bomb now. He's catching up to the best fraggers on Devastation, who's been dominating this game.
He's up there at the very top.
Yeah, absolutely. His Cheeks and Sasquatch, the only 2 remaining. Sasquatch gets a couple shots toward that catwalk, but bomb is in the hands of Cheeks, who's nowhere near him, and he's definitely going to drop down. Cheeks goes down behind him, and that's going to finish out the round. Another round for C-Rev, 15-8. They've overcome that 7 halfway mark, if you will, so now it looks like a close game
Yeah, on the score sheet, it's going to look a little bit more respectable. But I'm not sure that's what they're looking for. They need a win here. This is a tough group to come out of. We don't know how the groups are going to pan out, who's going to play who afterwards.
And now we got a full buy on the terrace, so this could be it. Let's go. Oh, third-person view? No, I don't want that. What am I doing? Oh, my goodness. Someone send me back to no Funswick. All right, so back in the hands. 4-shot is that op, but he's already down a little bit of health. He's trying to pick toward that long A site. Misses that second one as he got a little bit flashed up on the shot. And there's definitely another person in the pit. He knows he's there. Peeks out right now. Tries to get that shot. Spots up his head, but unable to do so. Tricks can come back into him, and that's going to leave a 4-on-4, 4-on-3 situation as Lakoum with that op takes down Sasquatch. This is ridiculous. If this comes back, I'm going to streak around the LAN center.
I'm going to hold you to that, and we are getting random noises.
That's my Skype.
Apologize for that. We do see grenades coming out from Cheeks as he tries to assert himself at the A camp. Of course, it's still 3 versus 4, but it looks like they have more men here on hand, so this could be a good opportunity for the T's to get a plant down at the very least.
Yeah.
Lakoum with his sniper is going to keep an eye on it, make sure that nothing too crazy goes on.
Yeah,
but a good smoke is going to block his vision.
Yeah, and Mainline's going to drop, leaving enemy, and Cheeks is down right away. Enemy in the clutch situation. Where is he? He's on the catwalk, working around behind him, but Seb's going to come back in him. We're at 15-9. Can you believe this? I actually think this is a legitimate comeback that's in play.
Yeah, well, I asked the question if it was Devastation playing worse or C-Rev playing better, and I think right now we're seeing that C-Rev is playing better.
I think you're right. It
It's a
started
mix.
out that they let off their guard, and then the momentum got in the hands of C-Rev, and now they're scrambling to pick up the pieces, and look, they're on another save round.
Yep, and this is going to be really important for C-Rev to just make sure they don't drop anybody here.
Imagine
really take full advantage.
Let's play mind games here. You're at a LAN. You're trying to stay focused. There's a little bit of, you gotta have your pride. You gotta have your sort of arrogance when you're walking around here. If they lose this, they're gonna be ashamed of themselves. I'm sure we're gonna hear some.
It may light a fire under them. You never know how they're gonna respond as a team. We haven't seen them enough, and I mean, I'm excited to see what CRF can put up here. Of course, it's a bye round. See, Trick drops pretty low. They're trying to take B over, and they actually are going to be able to.
But two players have dropped down in the back of the tunnels as they did have a player wrapping around behind them. 4Shot now trying to turn around, get out of that flash grenade, and he's going to try and work toward those bottom beat times. No one's going to be there, though. He should be getting inside the site to help out his teammates. As Cheeks, with only 4 HP, does get the bomb down, but immediately going to get down, and that leaves 4 on a 2 situation. 4Shot way back on the other side of the map, manages to pick off one of them. Seb's going to go into enemy. He's immediately going to get on that defuse. Flash is coming out. Great play. As he's got 3 of them in front of him, and CRF again, another round. They're going to take this 15-10.
Yeah, and you just got to remember that round was a save round too, so this is going to be another real all-in attempt from Devastation, and if they lose this one, they're going to look at another save potentially, and this can really start turning around.
Yeah.
Like, this is when it's going to start getting real.
Now or never.
Yeah.
Now or never.
Well, I wouldn't say never, but now.
Well, at the very least, the comeback has to go to overtime. We're already at 15 rounds, and we'll leave it to the admins to reset the servers for that. I don't know what's going to happen, but we very well could see overtime at this rate. If economy continues to fall apart, they might almost want to double save and give themselves 2 chances at this.
Yep.
Right now, and look at this, C-Rev's actually down. This is the best chance that the Devastation team has had to do it. Enemy picks up that bomb. They are working toward B. There's no counter-terrorist. 1 in sight, but they're immediately going to drop him, and this could be the GG. Get that bomb down. What are you doing, enemy? Players coming back in behind you now are going to kill off your teammates. Another one coming out. Cheeks is going to come back into Disclosure, though. That's going to take out any chance for that flank to be successful.
Good smoke play back there.
Flash is going over top of the site. Get the bomb down. What are you doing, enemy? They're calling GG. GG calls are out. Trick's the only one remaining. This comeback's on your shoulders, kid. Wow. What can you do? Spam's coming in. He's going to spot up one on that, but he gets dinked. Down to 53 health. 3 players are going to converge on him. Half flash. Shots coming out. I'm just waiting to call it here. As he continues speaking to the side, there's another one right beside him. He does try and react onto him, but the terrorists do get the GG. Hey, great effort by C-Rev all around. I did have a lot of fun.
Credit.
I enjoy the underdog coming back. Not as close a match as we expected, but it was a good match.
And we saw what the flaw was. It was their team.
I would do for them. Having that comeback lets them know that they can
do that. They can compete at the very least.
And they can carry that into the next couple rounds. So I think they're going to be fine.
Yeah.
I take back what I said. I think they'll be quite all right.
That's a good point. But their T-side play was really lacking. And I think that's what CRF need to revamp. We saw
I don't know
much more similar splits. Similar splits from the side of Devastation, but much more aggressive, faster pace.
At the start, and then they started to group up. Unfortunately, they were still losing a lot of rounds, as we clearly saw.
Yeah.
But on just 3-2 split at the most. I don't like multiple site strats where you're trying to get picks. The map's so sort of congested with a divide between the counter-terrorist side and the T side and the sort of the 3 lanes that it becomes very hard to get rotations like that when you get a site.
It's a good point.
Both people can rotate equally as quick, right? So anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We are on lunch break here at LAN for about an hour's time. Then we're going to jump back in, do some more round play. I apologize for the Ubinted thing earlier. I didn't look closely at their name. It's UB United.
I butchered it too.
I do believe they won their 3rd game, so I think they're 3.
I don't know. We can actually look at the brackets right now and see where we stand. I guess going into